Hey guys, Scott Burr, head instructor at the Fight Gym in Chagrin Falls, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Kodokan Judo black belt, Maxwell SC certified pro trainer. Today I'm going to show you a couple of ideas about the Seoi shoulder throw. All right. This is Mike. Mike's going to help me out. The first thing we want to talk about today is the grip I want to take. When I'm working my takedowns, I'm starting with a right foot forward stance. My right side is my strong side. My lead leg side is going to be my collar grip side. So I'm looking to establish a grip here. I don't want to be too high when I'm looking for my Seoi because what I'm looking to control is his shoulder here. So I'm looking to take this grip on the collar, and I like to take it with my knuckle sort of forward like this, so that if the guy pushes into me, I can give him a little pressure. If he pulls away from me, I can give a little pull. Okay, this gives me like a nice versatile responsive control. Okay, it also gives me a nice tool for dealing with Mike's attempts to re-grip. If he reaches with the same side hand, he reaches under, I can block under. If he reaches over, I can block over. I can just go back and forth. He tries to get under, I can mess with him. If he comes with his opposite side hand, in this case, I like to look to block it with this hand. I'm not going to worry much about this grip, because all I really want is to get rid of this hand. Okay? Let's take a look at the footwork. Okay, so when I'm making my Seoi footwork, it doesn't really matter which way Mike's standing, because I'm going to always orient the same way to him. So my back foot comes around to the side of the collar that I'm holding. A lot of traditional judo people will teach step right in the middle. A lot of the Eastern European guys I train with, they really like to step all the way across. I like stepping all the way across with this throw. I'm stepping in pretty close to Mike's feet. If I step too far out, I leave this gap between us, and it's too easy for him to settle his weight back. So I step in pretty close, but I don't necessarily need to step right in underneath him. When I do this, I tend to push him back onto his heels, and this makes it really hard to do my throw. So I want to give him a little bit of a gap to fall into when I pull, but not so much that he's able to create a disconnect here. So front foot steps in, or my rear leg steps in, my back leg circles around behind, and notice when I make my adjustment here, I'm up on the balls of my feet. A lot of people, when they step in, will sit their hips back with their flat feet, and it's this moment where my hips go behind my heels that I start to get the throw going the opposite direction. So I want to make sure that when I squat, it's more of a hack squat, where my hips are right in line with my heels in front of Mike. Okay? So 1, 2 under the balls of my feet. Ready to throw forward. Alright, so now let's talk about how I'm going to bind with this guy's shoulder. One of the not misconceptions, but people have a little bit muddied ideas about what the Seoi is. It's important to think about, what I like to think about with the Seoi is that in judo there are three types of throws from standing. And these are hand techniques, hip techniques, and leg techniques. The Seoi is a hand technique. The hand action is the dominant element of the throw. It is not a hip technique. A lot of people muddy their Seoi into some sort of a combination hip and hand technique. And so when I was trying to develop my Seoi, one of the things I really focused on was, this is about the action of my arms, and it's not about the action of my hips. So when I make my engagement with Mike, what I'm looking for is this moment where he my arm, and I have this access to his armpit here with my opposite side. Like I said, he reaches over, if he reaches with the other hand, I can just grip it, because all I'm going to do is get rid of it when I go for my Seoi Nage. The motion here is really important. A lot of times people will bind in, and you notice that right now Mike's head and my head are kind of pretty much at the same level. And this means it's going to be very hard for me to get under his weight and throw him. Okay? So in my entry, what I'm looking to do is create this arch with this hand and this upward motion with my shoulder as I engage with him. So rather than just wrapping in, I'm looking to come up and down on my arm. Like I'm open the gate, lock the thing down. Okay? Notice that this goes with my footwork. As my foot steps across, I'm opening and I'm inserting my arm. Everything is going up. And now, as my foot steps around, this leg comes down and my shoulder keeps coming up. And you see what's happening to Mike's shoulder here. You see how he's forced to make this shrug. This is the nature of this throw. Mike's weight should be suspended on the top of my skeleton. You'll notice here, he's not on my hips at all. This is a fundamentally different throw from this. It's not to say that that isn't an effective throw, it's just a different mechanism. And the point of the inclusion of all these different techniques and the emphasis that's placed on them throughout the breakdown is about understanding the different ways that you can load and move a weight. So I wanted to make my Seoi Nage a real true Seoi Nage. So again, I'm looking for this moment where the guy either tries to grip my sleeve or he tries to grip over, and I'm able to create this window. So, hand comes in, everything's going up. My elbow, my shoulder. Now as I step around, my shoulder keeps going up, and my hand on the lapel comes down. And now here I have the load.